Good evening, race fans, and welcome here to the penultimate race of the season. Race 32 of the Busch Series debut season. More importantly, welcome to the final elimination race before the championship race. When the checker flag waves, we're going to say goodbye to four drivers that will battle for the champ. Four drivers will make it in the championship. Four drivers are going to get eliminated from the playoffs here in the Ford EcoBoost 327 laps of racing. We had one caution, but a very struggling to pass in last night's Truck Series late race. Rather, we're going to see if this race will be any different, so that way we can get a game plan of what could happen in tomorrow night's Winston Cup Series elimination race. But getting ready for this race, Morgan Le Fay on the pole position comes in this race 27th in the point standings. Alongside is Tula Topola, not in the championship, just having a fun battle with Taylor Valley as far as the part-time drivers is concerned. Kyle Langeland in row number 2. Kyle Langeland 23rd. The point's been a struggling few races for Kyle Langeland, and Lucas Albon in the 59 alongside 20th in the point standings rather. You have to go all the way to 6th place to find your first playoff driver. That would be Lucy Myers. As you look at the rest of the starting lineup for this evening's race, and let's get these drivers rolling out onto the track. The point standings are a lot closer than what some people thought it would be. Annika Ricci is the points leader. Here's the problem: she's only 11 points above the cut line. Azar Amirmoez is 10 points above the cut line in second. Lucy Myers third. Then we have a tie for fourth between Jay Gree and Malin Lee. Drake Robertson and Elizabeth Gardner, with their poor finishes last week at Talladega, they are now 20 points below the cut line. Drake Robertson was actually 22. He got it down to 20. And L Bata is 21 points below the cut line in this race. So never say never in this deal, because like I said, those that are above the cut line, there's still a good chance they could get eliminated. So we're going to be interested in this, what could be a very interesting elimination race for the Busch Series. But then you have the other 32 drivers that don't give a crap about the playoffs and just want to go to victory lane. Of course, Brad Blackmon, Danny Rant, L Pelekai, and Darby King are going to have a fun battle fighting for fifth next week when we have our final four. It could be for the championship. Here we go. The Ford EcoBoost 300, the penultimate race of the Busch Series season, is underway. Let's go racing, drivers. Looks like we're seeing a lot more passes than, Morgan Le Fay coming to pit road. That's not good. Oh, but Morgan Le Fay overdrove. So did the 7. Oh, we might see that in the Winston Cup Series as Morgan Le Fay overdrove the corner. Looks like she's been called for a black flag. Might have jumped the start. So did Riley Roblier, and that will turn the lead over to Kyle Langeland. Wasn't expecting that. It's like the 7 is coming to pit road. Is this a stop and go penalty? We're going to have to see. Yeah, the 7 came to pit road. This must be a stop and go penalty. Because I don't understand why those two cars came to pit road, the 14 and the 7. Yep, stop and go penalties. As a result, they are now 1 lap down, maybe 2 laps down if they're not careful. And we're seeing a lot more passing than our truck race last night, so I wonder if the truck series drivers were just having some issues passing. Then again, you never know what to expect. Hate that for both the 7 and the 14. Riley Roblier, 25th in the points. Ever since he missed the playoffs, it's been a downward spiral for that 17 going in the playoffs. Now they're going to need a caution or something. Right now, Lucy Myers is right now in a good spot to make the playoffs. Or make the Final Four, excuse me, here in the playoffs. Funny thing is, when I did the results for the Truck Series as far as points are concerned, I was correct who are the four that got eliminated. I don't know if I'll be right tonight in this Busch race. We'll see. But it's looking like passing is a lot better in the Busch Series than our truck race last night. So I wonder if drivers were just struggling on passing, as Riley Roblier is going to be lapped pretty soon, go a second lap down. Wonder if he passed before the because on the start of the race you have to stay in line. I wonder if he had a lane change or something. Whatever the case, that is a tough break for him and Morgan Le Fay. As Lucy Myers leads this race, just a reminder, if Lucy Myers wins, she's in the championship four. Keep that in mind. And they're about four wide back there, and that starts to worry me because four wide is never a good idea. As Lucas Albon look into the race lead, as they're going to be lapping some drivers. Thankfully, they got it settled back to three wide. That's Riley Roblier, and then Morgan Le Fay's up here all by her lonesome. But those drivers are already one lap down. The seven's about to go 2 laps down, but will probably be up to speed. We had a caution at the midway point of the truck race last night. And we almost had a caution with those drivers going 4 wide, as I was mentioning. So I can definitely say the Busch race is a lot better than the truck race. But drivers coming to pit road, that's going to be something we're going to keep an eye on if we do end up making green flag pit stops in tomorrow night's Winston Cup Series elimination race. That'll be something we'll keep an eye on tomorrow night as Justin Hugo leads. By the way, an 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time race. The Busch race tonight, you're seeing this, also started just after 8:30. The question is, are we going to have a yellow, or are we going to keep this green? Because the Cup race tomorrow is going to be very interesting. And remember, Billy Kitchens, who led the most laps in the truck race last night, still advanced despite him having almost a full race lead on the cut line. But here, nobody is safe. Not even those that are above the cut line trying to make the championship four. None of them are safe. None of them are safe. As we're entering turn number 3, Michael Ford way up the racetrack. Everybody minding their P's and Q's. And we're being told the 37 is 4 laps down. That's Tico Jumiaka. He's come to pit road. Has something happened? Let's see. Looks like something happened to the Timberwolf Pontiac, and he did the exact same thing. Struggled trying to get his car onto the track. Unfortunately, he's 4 laps down. That's a tough break for him. So we're nearing, as we're at the midway point of this race, just past the halfway point. And traffic for the leaders is Riley Roblier going to play a factor in this race. And look who's up there, Drake Robertson, who came in this race 20 points below the cut line. He's up here at the front. He has the highest playoff driver. Remember, if he wins, he's in the Final Four. Even if he's 20-something points below the cut line. Right now, Lucy Myers is looking like she's going to make the Final Four as long as she stays right where she is. Imagine Lucy Myers makes the Final Four, and a driver like Jacob Tutu, who you'll see tomorrow night in the Winston Cup Series, get eliminated. Or maybe Cody Smart. Who knows? We'll see. Drake Robertson is now the highest of the playoff contenders. As they're getting closer and closer, has the 37 returned to the track? The answer is no. Back here at the rear of the field, Malin Lee, Annika Ricci facing elimination. That's not good for those two. Liliana Beta also facing elimination as well. She was also 20 points, or no, 21 points rather, below the playoff cut line. The only thing that's going to save her is if we get a wreck. Elizabeth Gardner, 20 points below the cut line in 19th. She's starting to slide back, and that's not a good thing. And oh no, I thought for a second they're about to go 4 wide, and I see Azar Amirmoez moving up. Azar knows it's time to go. And they have caught Riley Roblier in the 7. He could play a factor in who's going to win this race. Drake Robertson trying to take the lead. Remember, Robertson 20 points below the cut line. Wins this race, he's in the Final Four regardless. Justin Hugo leads this race. The thing for Robertson, he's ahead of drivers like Jay Green, Azar Amirmoez, Lucy Myers. I don't think he would beat Lucy Myers, as they have now caught the 7. But the 7's not going to put up a fight, or is going to put up a fight, not to go 2 laps down. The thing the 10's got to worry about is the 92. Because, yes, I understand Justin Hugo's looking for his first win of the year. He's 35th in points. Drake Robertson, on the other hand, is trying to make the Final Four. And here he comes to the inside. The one thing the 10 did not need to do is slide up the racetrack. And now we're 3 wide as they're going to use that 7 car as a pick. And oh no, the 27 almost made it 4 wide. Drake was trying to get underneath the 10, but the 27 screwed that plan up. The 27 is trying to make sure that 92 and the 88 do not make the championship 4, but he got tight there, and that's going to hold up some people. It's looking good for Justin Hugo. Can he hold off the 92? Lucy Myers, the way things are looking, she's going to possibly make the championship 4. I am holding my breath thinking, what the hell am I about to witness in this final 5 laps of this race? I also see playoff contender Jay Green up here. As things stand, he would also make the championship 4. Remember, he was tied with Malin Lee for the cut line. Here comes Robertson. If he passes the 10, Robertson looks like could be in a good spot to advance to the championship 4. But they got to deal with that 14 car that's coming, as we're down to 4 to go in this clean race here of the Busch Series. But the 27 wants to play spoiler in this. Drake Robertson to the lead. Can he hold him off with 4 to go? Remember, Drake Robertson is trying to make the championship 4. The 27 is just trying to get a win. The 88's in the same boat as the 92. Three to go. 2 to go next time by. That 14's going to play a factor in who's going to win this race soon. I'm a nervous wreck up here watching this race from the commentary box here at Homestead. Oh, but the 27's got momentum. Is it going to be enough? 2 to go. But the problem for the 27, here comes the 88. I was about to mention the 88's another driver. A win for her would punch her ticket to the championship 4. But as long as Lucy Myers stays right where she is, she's in a good spot. Here they come. 3 wide. White flags in the air. One more lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Robertson trying to hold him off. Robertson trying to make sure he punches his ticket to Toronto next week. And here we come off of turns 3 and 4 for the final time. He's done it. Drake Robertson is going to battle for a championship as he's going to win at Homestead to punch his ticket to Toronto next week. Drake Robertson has made the championship 4. That was a good race. Excellent race. Wow. Let's breathe after that exciting Busch race. I hope we have something like that in the Winston Cup race tomorrow night. Holy Toledo, Ohio. Justin Hugo will get second. Good run. Michael Ford third. Lucy Myers fourth. She will punch her ticket to the championship 4. Congratulations to her. Lucas Albon fifth. Bruno Wood, Sally Ford fifth. Lucas Albon sixth, excuse me. Bruno Wood 7th, Sunny Sue 8th, Jay Green 9th. Jay Green is going to the championship 4 if I quit DARPing. And Jimmy Baker will complete your top 10. But now the question is, who else has made the championship 4? Let's see, we had 1, 2, 3 drivers. Where did the other 5 finish? Azar Amirmoez, 16th. I believe that will be enough for her because, remember, she held off Malin Lee. She didn't beat Drake Robertson, who won. And she did beat Annika Ricci. So I think I have this correct in my head. So we'll show you the rest of the finishing results. Looks like Tico Jumiaka had a mechanical problem and unfortunately never got the chance to finish the race. Morgan Le Fay was a lap down. Riley Riblier 2 laps down. And I can officially just say this confirmed. The championship 4, and I have confirmed this looking at the results. Drake Robertson with his win. Lucy Myers. Jay Green. Making sure I do not. Let's see. And the final spot will go to Azar Amirmoez, who finished in 16th. And she beat the 81. So that means officially I can confirm the 4 drivers who have been eliminated from the playoffs, which is according to my math, and the points will confirm this. I officially know the 4 drivers who have been eliminated. They are Annika Ricci, Malin Lee, Elizabeth Gardner, and Liliana Bata. Those are the 4 drivers who will not move on to the next round because Bata finishes 30th, Lee 35th. And that's a shame for Malin Lee, who wanted to make it a fun battle for the representative, and Gardner finished 19th. So it's looking like this. It's going to be Robertson, Amirmoez, Azar, that is, Jay Green, and Lucy Myers. That'll battle for the championship. Annika Ricci so it'll be Green, Myers, Amirmoez, and Robertson to battle for the championship. Annika Ricci, Malin Lee, Elizabeth Gardner, and Liliana Bata are the 4 drivers eliminated from the playoffs, which you will get a confirmation on that down in the description. But I hope you enjoyed this evening's race for the Busch Series. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today. We share your full finish results. Your points and playoff points and reformatted points are down in the description. Who are you guys rooting for? I didn't ask that question in last night's Truck Series race. Who are you guys rooting for the playoffs in the championship for Trucks, Busch, and Winston Cup? You'll have that. You'll have plenty of time to think about that before the championship race. But we'll finish up this weekend with the Winston Cup elimination race to find out who will also be in the championship for the championship. Until then, I've been D signing off. Good night from Homestead, as you've been watching yet another broadcast of PCSRA TV, where champions are made since 2010 and celebrating 15 years as the best in racing around the world since 2017.